Welcome to Build Your Dream Network. I'm Kelly Hoey. I see people struggling to connect effectively all the time, so I created this podcast to help you master your network building needs. Whether you're seeking a new job, looking for a promotion, or scaling your business, you need a network, and you're in the right place to get the advice you need. And don't worry, my advice is real, it's actionable and practical because it's the advice I follow and is what has transformed my career from the traditional to the unexpected. So let's get started. This week on the podcast, I'm going to answer a few listener questions. Here's the first question. What advice would you give career changers? Here's my answer. Before you start knocking on doors for informational interviews or booking coffee dates to pick a friend's brain for ideas on your next career, or sending out your resume, spend some time refining what you want to do next. You want to start down the road to a new career with a clearly defined objective. So spend some time defining what the desired outcome of your career change is. What's the new career you're dreaming of? Does it have a title or a company associated with it? Are you seeking higher pay? More stock options? Is it increased flexibility that you're after? Or perhaps a more collaborative work environment? And here's why you need to do some self-reflection and research before you start networking to change careers. It is easier to ask for help, and you'll receive better advice if you know what you want, or at least the direction you want to be headed. Knowing what you want may reveal that a career change isn't required. Maybe it's just a minor tweak or tune-up to your current situation. You could be imagining that you need to change companies to get what you need, then realize that's not the case. Or you could be hesitating on making a career change because of the time or effort needed, when a little digging would show that's not the case. I hope that answer helps the listener who wanted advice on a career change. The next listener question is, what are signs that the person you're talking to at a networking event could actually be a valuable connection? Okay, I'm going to try and not pull my hair out with this one. To the listener who sent this question, please drop the transactional, how can you help me mindset? Drop it immediately. The reality is, you never do know who will be helpful. My policy and best advice is keep an open mind. An intern could turn out to be the linchpin to your networking efforts just as much as the president of the company. All that being said, however, know your values. You may meet someone who appears to be able to help you, but if their value system isn't aligned with yours, it's not a worthwhile connection in my book. If you're looking to exit a conversation at a networking event, which really could be the crux of this question, and you're looking to exit a conversation that's become awkward, here's my guidance. Keep it polite and be honest. We all have had moments at a networking event when we're stuck talking to someone for far too long, and we really just want to exit the chit-chat. Simply saying something along the lines of, I know we both are looking to meet more people at tonight's event. So let me say it's been lovely chatting with you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. That should aid you in exiting the conversation gracefully, and you don't have to worry about whether or not they're a valuable connection. All right, here's another listener question. I'm a recent undergrad. I went to school abroad, and now I'm back home in the U.S. I would really love to learn how to network to help with my job search, since I don't have access to university, student, or undergraduate job fairs here in the United States. Okay, I really love this question, as you're overlooking a powerful career network, alumni. Check in immediately with career services at the school you attended. Who are the alums they can connect you with here in the U.S.? Plus, ask about suggestions from their career service industry peers, things as resources for new college grads who are not directly tied to a college or educational institution. Also, consider volunteering with professional groups whose members work for the types of companies you'd like to work for, As my friend Jennifer Johnson, and recent interviewee on the podcast, would say, handing out name tags at an event is your best way to get to know everyone on a first-name basis. If you've got a copy of Build Your Dream Network, I'd also suggest flipping to page 26. Jennifer adds some advice there, and also page 59. Jessica has a great career story there on how she landed a job without knowing anyone. All right, for our final listener question, here it is. I am a stay-at-home mom. I left my career behind years ago, so I don't have a network, and I'm getting back into the workforce as my youngest is now in school. I'm a web designer, and my plan is to focus on building and designing websites for nonprofits and small business owners. How do I build a network from scratch? Like they all have been, this is a terrific question. But first things first, stay-at-home mom, you do have a network. The school, community, and friends who you interact with regularly. That is a network. It's a network to refer you to leads and opportunities. Have you chatted with other parents about topics other than kids' school projects or the school itself? If you haven't had conversations with other parents on things other than your children, this is the time to start, as you don't know who within that pool of parents could use your skills or services. Some more advice. Get online and polish up your online profile and create a great website for yourself that shows your design skills to advantage. Some more advice for you stay-at-home mom. Get online and polish up your online profile and create a great website for yourself that shows your design skills to advantage. When you start talking with friends and the other parents and the school teachers, all those people in your network about your new career, you want to refer them to digital assets reflective of the work you want to do. You also mentioned you left a career behind. If you had strong connections with former colleagues, reach out when your business is up and running. Your former coworkers are equally responsible for fading away, so don't feel badly that you haven't stayed in touch. And they would likely be more than delighted to hear from you and delighted you took the initiative to reach out. And I suspect if you were a good colleague, they'd be delighted to help you as well. And one more networking tidbit. Don't forget to lean into your college alumni community too. That's it for this week. I'll be back here next week with more network building suggestions. Thank you for listening to Build Your Dream Network. Stay connected and don't miss a networking insight by subscribing to the podcast. And while you're there, I'd love you to rate and review the show too. Are you looking for more networking advice? Pick up a copy of my book, Build Your Dream Network. It's your guide to modern networking. I'd like to hear your networking questions, tips, and ideas. Connect with me via my website, jkellyhoey.co. You'll find links to all my social media accounts, plus a contact form to email me your questions. I'm Kelly Hoey, and I'll be back again next week to tackle your networking challenges.